What's up, XO? I am Doc Russo Jr., the admin for the Weeknd XO discussion group. What I'm going to be doing here today is making my case for Dawn FM being the Weeknd's best album that he's ever created. Now, bear in mind, I do not consider Trilogy an album, at least not in this list. Trilogy is a compilation of his mixtapes. I'm talking about studio albums. I want to make my case for why Dawn FM is in fact the Weeknd's best album. Here we go. The first reason. This album is an experience. Now what do I mean by that? Flawless transitions from Dawn FM to Phantom Regret. It is a seamless, flawless transition. Now he's always transitioned. He's always done transitions in his music, in his albums, on his projects. But Dawn FM, he ramped it up to 100. Especially when I get further into this video breaking down why this is his best album. I will kind of hammer more in on why the transitions work so well and why there's so many great transitions on this album. And perhaps one of the biggest, best transitions on this album is from Best Friends to Is There Someone Else to Starry Eyes to Every Angel's is Terrifying to Don't Break My Heart. That transitions makes for a great experience where if you listen to one song, you have to listen to the other song. If you listen to the other song, you have to listen to the next song. It's just programmed in your mind to listen to the next song after the next song because of the transitions. The next reason, the pacing. Now, pacing is a thing that you usually use in movies. Weeknd finds a way to really pace this album very, very well. Now, what do I mean? I can give you an example. I'll give you an example of not so good pacing. Starboy. Now, on Starboy, right out the gate, he goes his first 5 to 6 songs. I believe it's right off my head. Starboy, The Party Monster, To False Alarm, to Reminder, to Rockin', to Secrets. All 6 of those songs, more so up-tempo or kind of a party vibe. And you're like, all right, I got this album. And then what throws it off? True Colors. True Colors just comes out of nowhere, slows the album down, and kind of just throws it off. This album right here, Weeknd finds a way to perfectly pace this album. I'm talking about Dawn FM. Just open it up. Gasoline's a real banger. How Do I Make You Love Me? To Take My Breath. To Sacrifice. That stretch of songs right there are like bangers. Club there. My old man gear. Those things, really. And those songs really kind of up tempo. They're a different vibe. They're kind of a clubby, kind of weird, nightclubby kind of vibe. But, how does he open up that door? How does he slow down his train on these tracks to get out of time on there? He puts a skit. He puts a nice, well-placed Quincy Jones skit to slow it down. And Quincy Jones talking, and it goes from a train like this, And rather than like on Starboy where it goes like this, the true colors, and then it goes this transition. For Quincy Jones, that well placed skits kind of slows it down. It eases you into out of time in a way that just makes it all just feel so amazing to you. Perfection. And also where it goes, and also this kind of leads into what I was saying earlier with the transitions and even its pacing. The concept itself. The concept of the radio station, Jim Carrey as your DJ. It makes the experience that much better. You know, rather than me toggling on the chords and going through songs, they transition it too well together. You got DJ Jim Carrey in the booth, just narrating his way through here and just narrating us through this purgatory. And I think that's a great concept. And that concept really enables The Weeknd to be creative with this album. It enables The Weeknd to take more risks that he probably wouldn't have taken when you're talking about adding skits. Because no other album that he's done has that type of thing, like skits, or has it end in a poem by Jim Carrey. I think that's very, very impressive the way that he's done that in terms of that radio DJ purgatory concept. And probably the biggest thing is his creative freedom. As we all know, the Grammys has snubbed The Weeknd for After Hours. Talking about his most complete album, the album that put him at his pinnacle, his peak. Grammys gave him no awards. What's worse than no awards? What is worse than no awards? Not even being considered. No nominations for his most complete album, the album that he put 125% in. Not even a recommendation. And, you know, I was very disappointed. But you know what? That was the best thing that ever happened for him. Prior to that, he's been making songs. I mean, don't get me wrong, Abel, he's put so much into all his albums. But he's clearly made songs that were geared towards first week sales, that were geared towards winning awards and recognition. But when the Grammy did that, when he put all his hard work into that album, and he didn't even get considered, he didn't even get recommended, I feel like that kind of put him in this place where he's like, you know, I can put my all into this album and make as many dancey, poppy, pop stuff that they want. But at the end of the day, what matters? Am I really an artist? This album right here is Abel and The Weeknd truly being free as an artist creatively. And not too many artists have reached that pinnacle where they can make whatever they want and not care about the first week album sales and not care about getting awards. Not really care about the charts. This is The Weeknd. Dawn FM is that album that he's made, his labor of love. And pretty much to wrap this up with a bow, this album is an experience. Now, all of his albums are great. All those times, everything. This album right here is an experience. When you talk about the pacing, the transitions, the concept, this album, the creative freedom, this album ended on a poem. This is, in fact, The Weeknd's best album that he's ever made.